Hi, I'm Amelia, and on behalf of Expert Village, I'll be talking to you about understanding the laws of hair color. The biggest mistake I see women make as far as gray coverage goes is they don't take into consideration how much gray they have. As we age, of course, more gray appears. So your color really needs to change over time. The color that you used when you were 30 is not going to be the same color that you're going to use when you're 55. Always make sure that whenever you're choosing a good a color for gray coverage, that you're going to stick with an N series. You don't want to put just a straight red on or you'll have pink hair. And if you put just a straight ash on, then you're going to have green hair. The N has all three of the colors that are in the color wheel. It's got the red, it's got the yellow, and it's got the blue. And those three primaries are what make up the brown. Gray hair is absent of color. So you need those three primaries together in order to cover that gray. Whenever you're figuring out how much gray you have, it's good to have some little gray swatches like this. They're a little hard to come by, but I'm just going to show you. This is what about 25% gray looks like. You see it's peppered throughout, and then you start to get into the 75%, and you see you've got a little bit more white than you do dark. And then, of course, when you're 90%, you're mostly white. So if you've got only maybe 5 or 10 gray hairs on your head, you can get away with a semi-permanent. If you've got maybe gray through most of the front, but not so much in the back, you could use a permanent on the front and a semi on the back. If you're kind of white all over, you're going to want to go with a heavy-duty gray coverage color. The Clairol in the box colors that you can get at the drugstore, grocery store, they've got some great gray coverage now that is specifically for gray hair. So it's got a double dose of pigment, so it's really going to get in there and cover that gray. Gray hair also tends to be a lot more coarse, and I'm sure we've all noticed those gray hairs that kind of stick out of your head after you've done styling your hair, and this gray hair you can't tame. The best way to tame it would be to color it, because once you color it, that cuticle softens and makes that hair more pliable. Now let's say you choose to stay gray and you want to grow old gracefully and just have gray, beautiful silver hair. The best way to take care of that is you want to make sure that you always use a moisturizing shampoo. And if you smoke, you're going to make sure that you're going to want to use a shampoo that's got purple in it that's going to counteract the yellow from the nicotine stains that are going to get on your hair from the smoking. And if you ever want to add like a little bit more silver to your hair, I would suggest going to a salon and they can put like an ash colored toner on it, and that'll help bring out that silver tone. But I'm sure we've all seen those blue haired ladies, and those are the ladies who have gone and got the box color of ash hair color and just put it on, and it ends up turning blue. So with these tips, you should have no problem covering or caring for your gray hair.